Hey, I'm Big Dan.
And I'm Little Dan.
And today we are going to Hammerfest.
We've arrived in Birmingham as we were in the car. We wanted to film an intro before we went in because it's probably be a bit noisy in there, I guess. But,
yes.
We're not here for a good reason, are we, Big Dan?
No, it's because, well, if you don't know Hammerfest, it is an HRH event, and HRH are cretinous swines.
Yes.
When it comes to doing just about anything decent, like paying bands the agreed fee or treating their punters right.
Pay to play shit's happened recently as well.
Quite a bit.
Charging bands to rent backline.
And in the last week, around 80% of the fucking acts dropped out.
It's more than that, actually.
Dropped out in the week before this event, and they've pretty much bodged a festival together.
Yeah.
So we're going to go see what damage has been done and how they're paying the price for their scandalous ways. Oh,
hang on.
Got it.
There we go. Hey. Big Dan, I'll just point out that we missed Rebecca Black on Friday.
Oh, for fuck's
Sorry,
sake.
I said Friday. Friday's the name of the song. That says Wednesday.
I didn't know she was still alive.
No. Best go inside, miss me.
Bye-bye.
So we've been into Hammerfest now, haven't we, Big Dan?
We've been to Hammerfest.
I know we just did an intro and we said we're going in. I've maybe put up a couple of clips. We weren't quite sure what format this video was going to take. It was going to have a lot of talking involved. We've got a lot of complaining to do, but we could do it at the venue because it's too noisy, wasn't it? I'll put a clip up now of us trying to talk in the venue. What? Barely any fucking backline there.
Fucking backline! Fuck it out!
It's fucking loud. Obviously, there's a gig going on. I didn't want to do this in front of the smoking area because, you know, there was a lot of people talking to us. We bumped into a lot of people, didn't we, today?
We did, yes.
We met a lot.
A lot of people review the channel. Thank you for your kind
So we
words.
couldn't do a lot of vloggy stuff because people, you know, want to chat and stuff. Which is fair enough, you know. We'll go have a nice time. Then we'll talk about it now, a little bitch fest. So I've put together a little list of things to bitch about, so we don't forget something. We will forget something at some point, but don't worry. Probably people in the comments might fill that in. I've not going to start anywhere particular first, but we'll start with the tickets, shall we?
Let's start with the tickets, yeah.
So HRH, the way they deal with the tickets is, if you've ever been to HRH before, you may have won some tickets. The tickets that apparently cost £60 or more, depending on what you're buying, you get for free because you won a competition, but you've got to pay the £10–15 booking fee. And because you've paid that £10–15 booking fee, you've not bought a ticket, you've won one.
Yes.
So
which makes it non-refundable.
The rules around tickets are very different at that point. We are in a car park, yes.
Who's this fucking joker driving through a car park? Motherfucker.
So yeah, they're not obliged to give you refunds because of you've just paid a booking fee. You won it as a prize, whatever.
But that's okay because we're all rich anyway.
Yeah. I mean, all right. So we didn't pay for these tickets today, did we?
No, we didn't. No. Thank you, Mr. Truman.
Yeah, for giving us your tickets because obviously he wasn't going to go because of the cancellations. So we haven't supported HRH, although Big Dan did buy a couple of drinks, and apparently they take.
I might have bought a few drinks.
They take a cut.
A couple, just like one or two.
Apparently, what they've told us that they take a cut of the bar, which I can believe, you know, how expensive the drinks were.
And as somebody was saying to us earlier on, they also take a cut of the merch.
It's not just a cut; it's a significant cut. Most all festivals, the big ones anyway, all take a percentage of the merch. You know, just for the old admin of doing the whole thing. But there, it's big apparently. Apparently, it's quite big. And it's like just go and buy merch from the bands directly after the gig. You know, Bandcamp Friday, whatever it is. But also, I guess all the cancellations that have happened. We should say why the bands have cancelled. So I can't remember who the first band was. We'll probably put a bit of text up here.
Oh, not the first band we saw, but the first band that was on. Yeah.
Bands started cancelling because the whole pay-to-play thing. They were charging for the back line, which we had a look at, which is really weird. So basically, you forced them to pay to play because bands didn't want to pay for the accommodation. The deal that they had, they were like, "How can we get money out of these bands?" And it was going through the charging for the back line. We looked at the back line, it's like, if you're going to pay for it, at least have something a bit better. I know they've got a DW don't care, which is quite nice, but like...
It was lacking, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But,
yeah. So, yeah, bands started pulling out because of that, and then as they were doing that, people were asking why, and all of a sudden all the previous stuff and the other stuff we're mentioning now all comes out. We've known about some of these bits for years, haven't we?
Well, yeah, that's why I stopped going to HRH events.
I always thought
the first HRH Vikings.
The tickets thing, I thought was the reason they were doing that. It's just a tax dodge more than anything else, which isn't the most ethical thing in the world. But like, honestly, I can't, you know, it's like, oh, but that was just like the tip of the iceberg, really. So with HRH, you can book a package deal as well. Other festivals do the same. You know, this is a festival in a city, so
it includes cocaine, hookers. Oh, a hotel, right?
Hotel, yeah. So and many people did that. I remember actually seeing someone on Facebook say they rang up the hotel before, like 2 weeks beforehand, saying, "Can I check my booking?" And they're like, "I've never heard of it." We know someone. You said
I spoke to someone tonight who said that they called up the hotel on all the hotels in the area on Monday. To try and find out where the fuck they were booked in. Nothing under any of the names that they were given. Nothing under Chic Festivals, HRH. Nothing under her name. Nothing under Hammerfest. And when she turned up to the hotel, that she paid an additional £300 for. It was an Ibis budget.
Oh, which is the closest to the venue.
It is, but it's also the worst fucking hotel.
It's a bad hotel. Also, it's very cheap. Cheap. I've stayed in one before. It's all right if you're in a pinch.
She had a window the size of a fucking porthole.
It's tiny.
The bed had a mattress 2 inches thick. The sink was right next to the fucking bed. It was not a comfortable environment for her to sleep in.
It's like a hospital ward.
Yeah.
But worse. So the kind of people, obviously, you know, if you're travelling from a distance, you kind of want to do your admin beforehand and know which hotel you're staying at and all that kind of details. And it's like,
when this person I'm talking about actually arrived at the hotel, she said, "When was this booked?" And they said it was Monday.
Yeah, that's
so
insane.
they left it.
What if the
5 days?
What if the hotel was full?
Yeah, they left it 5 days before the event to
dodgy.
actually book the royalty VIP rooms, which is.
It's never good when there's enough room at the gig to have a kick about, is it?
You can take a corner from over there.
Why is there some piratey dudes dressed up here? What band played?
Go Pirates, go! Go Pirates, go! Go Pirates, go! Whoa, see some slide fucking tackles, lad!
One of the other things that really fucked off a lot of bands, and they didn't really talk about to Joe Public,
but
we knew from a couple of bands because we're friends with a few people in bands, is they don't get paid.
Yes,
the big bands,
huge one.
The big band's going to get paid. The headliner's going to get paid, otherwise they're not going to fucking
We know
pay.
a band who...
2 bands.
Three. But yeah.
Yeah.
Who, one of which, though, only got paid when they were rebooked. They got paid for the previous year. This happened like 3 times in a row.
Yeah. They're like, we're not playing until you pay for the last gig, so they pay for the last gig. It's like...
And they are only booked because bands dropped out.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, we'll ask this band to play. And they're like, yeah, but you've not paid us for the previous fucking year.
Yeah. Fucking... So really dodgy, you know, it's not difficult to pay the bands, which is like the main thing that people are coming for. You know, there will be bands who play for free. That's fine, because they can choose to play for free because they know it's a big audience. Some of the smaller bands definitely will be playing for free, but they've got an opportunity to sell their merch despite fucking being charged through the roof for it. So I can understand playing for free, but, you know, a band who's usually got a fee, quite often bands' fees aren't that much, you know. We know how much some of these bands are getting paid, and most of the time it's covering their petrol, and then maybe a bit more after that, you know. Especially if they're booking hotels and stuff, you know. These bands, they're not making money on the. You can have your kebab if you want. We did stop at the kebab shop on the way here. Big Dan only used half of it, so you can carry on now. But like, what was my train of thought? Yeah, bands, you know, they're barely covering it with the fee. They're covering costs, hopefully, with merch sales and stuff as well, you know. Or they'll play some stuff at a loss because they know it'll be better off in the long run. Hopefully, that's the idea. HRH, more HRH fuckery, announcing bands they've not even asked yet to play. So the big one this time was Lordy. I think it was one of the first bands they announced was Lordy, and Lordy said, "We'd never even fucking heard of this. We're not playing it. We're not coming to the UK." It's mental. They put it on posters, they did loads of stuff with it, and people would buy tickets just for that, you know. I think it's a way of HRH going off, put a big name on, and then say, oh no, they've cancelled. I don't even... The thing is, when they cancel, they don't even tell people bands are cancelled.
No, they keep them on the poster.
Yeah.
To sell tickets.
So like, I'm sure
there's HRH Messel that's coming up.
Yeah.
And the headliner is Ingrid Malmsteen.
Yeah.
I doubt he's fucking booked.
If you've seen on Facebook all of the posters, people have been deleting all of the putting red lines to all the bands that have pulled out, and saw how sparse it was. And literally, there's hardly fuck all left, was there?
Is that lamb or chicken?
I don't know. What does it taste like? Beef.
Just a big bit of fat.
Big bit of fat, yeah. Animal fat. And then, yeah, when they do change stuff, so like I said, no communication. They don't even talk to you about anything.
No.
And there's no customer service. People who want to cancel, and people had legitimate reasons for cancelling, like you would for any festival. You know,
it's a face-to-face entity.
There was someone who's had like a family disaster. They had to pull out, go to a funeral or something like that. And the person actually got to someone on the phone, you know, and the person on the phone wasn't even slightly sympathetic, and they just went, "Oh, no, you're not getting any money." It was just like lumpy, gristle. Yeah.
Now, someone that I spoke to tonight.
Yeah.
Was trying to get hold of people to do with HRH to question their tickets and whatnot, you know. Not to cancel, just to question what the plan was with their booking. They had no communication through official channels. They had to find the people that actually worked for HRH, message them on social media directly on their personal accounts.
Yeah, mental, isn't it?
And apparently the only one that...
It's how faceless it is.
The only one that was actually any good at mentioning quit last month.
Yeah.
What an absolute fucking shitstorm.
Yeah.
There's no customer service protocol there whatsoever. Just, if they cancel an event or lineup changes, just get used to the fact that you have lost your fucking money.
We're owed money, by the way. From the Hammerfest, when it was still in caravans, like the accommodation was caravans, it was at Holiday Park. We went one year, had a great year, it was a fantastic time out. We've had a really good time at old Hammerfests. We were booked to do the year when it moved from North Wales to Great Yarmouth.
Yeah.
And that got cancelled, and we never got the money back for that. We got offered tickets to other HRHs, which is like, why would, when we spent 200 quid each, whatever it was, on accommodation for the caravan, want to have the £60 ticket, which you can get for a tenner, as
compensation? Yes,
it's fucking mental. So tonight, how do you think tonight went? We turned up a bit later in the day. We weren't there really early. I got some mates to give me some photos of what it was like earlier in the day. So here's the number of people who were there. It looked fucking dead earlier. When we got there, the crowd was a bit busier, but Hammerfest is usually fucking rammed, right? And all HRH events that I've ever been to are rammed because they oversell the tickets, because everyone's won tickets. They're dirt cheaps. Everyone and their mates comes, and it's always rammed, and they quite often overfill its capacity. Like, we got footage of Red Rum playing HRH Vikings, I think it was, and the size of the crowd there, absolutely massive. And the headliner tonight was it Unleashed. They very popular band, got a large following. There was, the camera doesn't show it very well, but there's big gaps between people in the room. And obviously the people who are there are having a nice time, from what I could tell. But it was fucking cold, wasn't it? The venue had the aircon on. It's winter, it's quite cold outside,
aircon would have been nice if it was actually a packed
when it's
venue.
Full.
When it's full, yeah.
This is what they do when they expect full venues, put the aircon on.
But there's so many gaps between people. People actually complaining how cold it was inside the venue.
People were wrapped up.
But people standing outside in the smoking area going, "Oh, should we go back inside? It's cold out here." Yeah, but it's cold in there as well. They just stayed outside.
It's so weird having the aircon on still, and there's fuck all people there. And obviously, the reason why I know them there because people got all the bands cancelled. You know, they don't. So the people we spoke to who were there were like, well, I've got these tickets anyway, or they live locally, and they're going to go enjoy themselves because maybe one or two of the bands they still want to see. But I can understand if people didn't go, and I urge everyone else to not go anymore. If you go, you know, HRH do put on very good lineups, but we've been not going for a couple of years now because, or at least a year at most.
Well, myself, yeah, I haven't gone since the first HRH Vikings because I just don't agree with the way they operate.
Yeah.
The only reason I came to this is because I wanted to see a bit of a shit show.
Yeah. And the bands are fine. They got incredibly long sets. They got incredibly long sets.
Now, yeah.
Very long sets. Hour and a half, like two bands.
The bands are great. They played their best fucking shows, yeah. It was good. But the sets were so long.
Very long.
Hour and a half. Slightly over sometimes.
For like a multi-day festival event. It's not just the headline that's got the big set. Loads of the bands did.
You find that it gets lost. The good songs, the absolute fucking banging material that comes across great live gets lost in this massively long set.
I do sometimes enjoy a really short set. Like if a band's got like a 30-minute set, sometimes that's better than having a really long set. Obviously, I do sometimes enjoy long sets as well, especially if some bands have a really long songs. You want them to have a longer set because you need to enjoy it. But if there's a band, you know, they've got 4-minute songs to get a half-hour set, fucking really enjoyable. But they're just filling for time now because they have fuck all bands. Only stages open were the main stage and stage 3. Stage 2, just.
Yeah.
It's so fucking stupid.
The logic there, it's gone.
I think I've run out of notes now. Is there anything else you want to add? Saying that, well, one thing I've written down is that HRH, well, no, this kind of festival and event, they do many of them, different genres and stuff. They get big crowds of people all the time. They get very good bands and lineups.
Yeah.
It's hard. They've got the audience, they've got the bands.
This is not a struggling.
No, they're not struggling to do it. They don't need to fleece.
They're just doing things the wrong fucking way.
They don't need to fleece people for money.
But they do regardless.
Yeah, it's insane. So hopefully HRH dies after this. Or at least it's a start of the slow death. I've heard that they're going to try and rebrand as
to rock your socks off.
Off your rocker.
Off your rocker.
Spelt in a weird way as well.
Have they spelt it with an A at the end of rocker?
I think it is, yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake, shoot me now.
Off ya rocker, I think it is, whatever it is.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I guess that's because you might be able to actually copyright that name if you got a weird spelling with it. But anyway, if that event does pop up, we'll get vocal. We'll share stuff on Facebook saying don't go. Because fuck them. We've talked about making this video for a couple of years now. Well, at least a year, wasn't it? Last year. So no, don't put my assets on. Yeah, and that locks the doors. Yeah, handy that, especially in Birmingham. Don't go. Anything else you want to add, Big Dan?
There's a new episode of Clarkson's Farm on tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might watch that.
I think the whole series is up, isn't it?
Oh, did you mean about the gig?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Quite annoyed by how much of a good time I did have.
The bands were good. That's the thing.
They were good.
Yeah, I mean the beer's shit, overpriced. The venue's awful. I hate most O2 venues.
Oh, they are horrible. I mean, there's just no atmosphere there whatsoever.
Yeah, it is a sterile environment for a gig. Like, I'm hoping someone else can take over a similar format. I wish someone would do a caravan park again. Because honestly, those were fucking great.
It's like you're in a hospital that's really fucking dirty.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's no fit nurses about.
So Kettering General then.
Kettering General Hospital, yeah. Who has its own strain of MRSA.
Yeah. So points to take away from this: don't go to HRH events. Someone else, please take over the format. Do loads of cool events like it. I wish someone would bring back the caravan park thing because that was fucking great. Off-season caravan park. These small towns, seaside towns need it. Bunch of metalheads turning up. Hope you liked the video. Comment down below your experiences with HRH, please, because it used to be a great festival stuff. They used to be really good, but it's turned evil. You know, I don't think they can come back. Hopefully they don't. Yeah.
Are they that bad now?
Yes.
They're actually evil.
Yes. Yeah.
Not sort of like proper evil, like Dr. Evil, or sort of friendly evil, like Scrooge McDuck.
Mr. Burns evil, I think.
Mr. Burns evil, not even Scrooge McDuck evil.
No, because I think they're HRH is swimming in their big pile of money, but in Spain, because that's how they dodge tax again, I guess.
I would if I could.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Maybe they're not so bad.
To anyone who wants to be a promoter and stuff, just don't fuck over the fans and the bands.
You don't even have to be a good promoter. You've just got to be better than
you
HRH.
Can be, at this point, you can be a mediocre band promoter, and we'll be happy. Hopefully, let's wrap it up then. Give some comments. What you think? Anything we've missed? Because there's bound to be something. And we'll see you at Warhorns.
I'm going to sleep on the way home. Sorry for pissing myself.
No worries. Do you want to piss in the corner now? If I fart in the car, will that get you out of the car?
Yeah, but you got to fart first. Do it. Oh, for fuck's sake, you actually did it.
I was holding on to that for a while.
Bye.
Bye.
What a disgusting cunt.